Hey guys, I've been wanting to do this video for a while, and it it just seems like this is the right time for it. A lot of stuff's going on in the world, a lot of stuff's going on in my life. Um, so I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna give you guys maybe a little bit of a talk and see what's going on. I'm telling you what's happened with me. Especially for the last year, I have been going through a lot. It's not been easy. Um, Last 3 weeks have been really hard for me. And I'll explain what's happening, and what's happening this Monday. I'm doing this right now, day after my first week back to work after certain situations happened. And what happened this week at work is, as it really is devastating to some people. To me, I almost saw this coming, and I was getting prepared for it anyways. So I'm gonna tell you what's been going on for about over a month, or actually over a year. This time last year, I had bronchitis, really bad bronchitis. It was so bad that the doctor said if I actually was a smoker or a drinker, that I would have had a lot more. I would have had a lot more problems with what I had gotten, the bronchitis. I would have been a lot more in trouble. And I probably would have been hospitalized for a few weeks. Luckily enough, I don't drink and I don't smoke. I do have a few vices like candy and certain things I like to eat and things I like to do that are not probably the healthiest things for me to do. But I don't drink and I don't smoke, and it is it's not really it's a personal decision. But it's based off a lot of things in my life that the reason why I don't do it. One, I don't think smoking looks good. I think it's disgusting. I've had that taste of cigarettes, and I even don't like a girlfriend who smokes. And right now, I'm currently single because I have been extremely choosy on the girl I want to date, and I would not date a smoker right now. I'm sorry for those who are watching this video and who are smokers. I just don't want to date a smoker. It's not my style, and after having bronchitis, realizing that dating a smoker could be actually more health issue related than I could ever think of. So I had bronchitis, and it takes a year for you to get over this. The severity of my bronchitis it's taken me over a year. I'm still coughing. I'm still having problems with breathing at times. But for the most part, I'm doing okay. I don't have any symptoms of shortness of breath or anything like that right now. And my asthma's under control. I am going to say about some good things happened in my life. There are some good stuff that's happened in my life. So I'm not saying all of everything that's happened in the last year has been negative. But since I got back to work after my bronchitis hit, I had this urge that it was time to leave my job. It was time to go away. Time to get something new, do something new, move away. I even had the urge to come back home to my hometown of Delta, Colorado, instead of being in Junction, Colorado. Now, if anybody knows that this area, you're from this area or something like that, you know they're only about an hour apart from each other. They're not that far apart. In fact, the distance between Grand Junction and Delta is about the distance to go through Denver. So that gives you the scope, the size of how far they are apart. So I've been having this feeling. I've been suffering from seasonal and regular depression because of it, and anger issues. I've been kind of keeping those down. You just heard something fall. My cat just jumped off something. But I've also been struggling with family members who have health reasons have become significantly worse. My grandfather got really bad, and I'm going to discuss something about him in a few moments. It's probably emotional for me to say, but I have to say it. But I've been suffering depression and seasonal depression, and I've had this feeling that it's time to leave my job. So I've been preparing to leave my job by looking for new jobs. It's kind of hard when you work the hours I do, because I work Monday through Friday, and it's from 9 to 6, so there's really not much time for me to do interviews anymore. But with the situation that happened at work this last week, it might open up more situation. So, like I said, my grandfather's health has been failing. He has Alzheimer's, so that is a disease where only for the last couple of years he really hasn't been actually there. To me, he's been gone. which is sad to say, and it's very hard to say too. This is the man who taught me how to become a mechanic, how to work, my work ethic, how to be a man, how to be chivalrous, how to treat women. All that stuff came from this. Most of this came from him. My family have all helped me grow and become who I am today. But he was the one who taught me most of my work ethic and how I do things. So I haven't had any mood to do YouTube. I have really, really zero drive to do YouTube. But this one is different. I need to say this stuff. I need to get this stuff out. My own health has been up and down. I've had aches and pains, and my shoulder finally got to the point where I can do that again. After working on it, that's actually a good thing. That's work in progress where I was able to actually get my shoulder to work again. I couldn't do that about 6 months ago. I worked and stretched, and constantly trying to push that shoulder up higher, and got me to straighten out my arm. So that's a good thing. That's a good. I am, like I said, I'm going to talk about some good stuff. But I really like to get some of the bad stuff out of the way. The major things that have caused a massive issue and massive turmoil in my life has happened in the last 3 weeks. I would say on February 23rd, my mom informed me my grandfather had stopped eating. Now, he was in a nursing home, so he just stopped eating, which is not a good sign for someone who has Alzheimer's. Basically, he forgot how to swallow. He forgot how to eat. This meant that I knew it was coming toward the end. I figured that I may have another week or so. And my plans were to go to see him on Sunday. The Sunday next. And see him. My hair was purple because he was one of his favorite colors was purple. He liked yellow and stuff like that too. And I went to work on Monday, was feeling all good. I had told people what was going on. Then on the 25th, on Tuesday, the 25th, I went to work, like I always do. And I was there most of my shift. I had gone through my lunch, gone through my first break. On my last break, I noticed my mom had called me. And there was no message. There was no message left. I guess she had left the message, but because of the internet situation in my building, I didn't get the message until like about 2 hours later. But I was able to notice my mom called. And after a couple attempts to try to reboot my phone, trying to get that message to come up, I decided just to call her. My mom said, "Are you sitting down?" I said, "No, I'm outside. Walking around. It's kind of cold, so I didn't want to sit down because I would freeze." And that's when she told me that my grandfather had passed away. So my grandfather had passed away and died. I straightly went and found my boss, told her what happened. She took me to HR, and I took the rest of the day off. So I took some personal time, and then I took the 3 days of bereavement from Wednesday to Friday. So I was off Wednesday and Friday. Friday, I show up to work to take time off. This is the time off. I'd already decided way ahead of time that I was going to take 2 weeks off when this happened. I always thought I was going to take 2 consecutive weeks off, no weeks back to back. But because the Memorial's this Monday on the 16th, I decided to take the first week off after my grandfather's passing. My mom had a lot of stuff to do, and she's got a lot of things she's got to go through. So I decided it was time for me to take some time off work. So I took a week off so I can help her out and watch my grandmother when she was gone and do all this stuff and just be with her. And I even went to Delta twice with her, the Friday before and that Friday. I'll tell you right now that was the longest week I ever taken off. Usually my weeks, when I take vacation and stuff like that, are very fast, and I'm like, I can't believe it's already over, and I gotta go back to work. So I took that week off. Friday came, and then I come up here to Delta to take care of my mom's house and see my friends and go to church. My cats have wild hair. Okay. My lovable kitty cats. So I went back to work on Monday, and I noticed I had a meeting to do. And my gal who I sat next to said that everybody had this meeting. I'm like, well, maybe they're teaching us new things, because the company I work for, we outsource to other companies. So the company that we take phone calls for, a lot of times have big, massive up trainings. So that's what we thought it was. It would be a big, massive up training. Come to find out, the one thing that I have been preparing for finally came to fruition. It actually happened. We were all put together. I think they did 3 to 4 meetings all together. 3 or 4 or 5 meetings. I think it's up to 5 meetings they did to get everybody they could. They announced that they're closing the site down that I work at. The Grand Junction site for this job I work at, which it's big. I'm going to tell, because I've never actually said where I work for and what I've said what I do, but I've never actually said where I work. I work for a company called StarTech. Now, I'm going to say something about StarTech, and I'm going to be sincere about this. I've worked for them for 9.5 years. When I first started working for them, we were contracted with AT&T. So I was an AT&T rep, and I finally moved up the ranks to management support, which is pre-management, which was cool. I was a little bit higher. I got more money. I got more paycheck. That was probably a unique team that helped out the other agents, and I enjoyed that time mostly. There were times when I was very irritated. I actually ended up having very high anxiety issues during this time. But when I started working for StarTech, I loved it. It was a place that protected you. It really was a good place for an employee to work. They really did actually help their employees. They did do a lot of stuff for the employees, and they really cared for their employees. In the 9 years I worked, I saw about 3 years ago a trend happening with StarTech. It's something I've seen in other businesses I'm not going to name, because they're also having massive, if I tell you what's going on, they're having massive shutdowns too. I know it's the same thing happened with StarTech. Grand Junction, I believe, is the last actual site in Colorado that was open. And there's other things that have happened. They have decided not to give us severance packages because they're telling us we're going to be in. My line of business is going to end on June 7th. The first line of business will be ending on May 31st. Because of this time frame, they are not giving us severance package. They say they don't have to. By law, they don't have to because it's not 60 days. This is where I think the company has taken a pretty much a negative turn. Because the company that I started working for, if this would happen, they would have given us all severance packages. They would protect the employees. Yeah, they're closing down. So that was the first blow. Bad one. That happened on Monday. That day kind of also pissed me off more at the end of the day, because half the staff didn't show back up for work for the rest of their shift that day. Now, it can be understandable. You get news like that, and I can understand that you'd be upset and you don't want to come back to work. Well, you can't pull yourself back to work. And I understand it. I felt the same way. Even today, or actually yesterday, when I got paid and I went and got my lunch and breakfast at Walmart, I stood in the parking lot in my park, because I've been there long enough. I actually have my own parking spot, guys. I have my own parking sign, and I've already been told I can take the sign with me when we finally close, or if I quit, I get to take the sign with me. It's mine. So I was sitting in my parking spot, looking at my sign, looking at StarTech, going back and forth, looking from and eating. I bought donuts. I've been eating a lot of comfort food in the last couple of weeks because of my grandfather passing and this happening. And it was very hard for me to get out of that car and to go to work yesterday. And it was even harder to get up and to go to work today. And I think this feeling's going to get worse and worse as it gets closer to that closing point if I don't get a job. I have my resume has been partially created. I've got a few things I got to work on it. And my aunt is a real gem right now. She's going to help me with my resume. I have already started planning on applying to new businesses. I'm not going to tell which ones I'm going to apply to, but I am going to apply to other businesses. There's actually a video editing position I am hoping to, once I get my resume go, I can apply for and get. There's another business, and a lot of the position I'm going for, I've been seeing, are been like 14 to 17 bucks an hour, which is great. It means I'll be making more money at that place, and that's another thing I always thought. I make right now so much money at StarTech, and the people who are being hired right behind me are making 75 cents less than me. I've been there for 10 years, or almost 10 years, but 9.5 years. I think that's bad. I should be a higher paid employee, and they capped me. I have no way of making more money at this point. I literally saw this as a stop. It was a dead stop. There was nothing they were going to do for us at all. So I was like, bye. That's another reason why I decided I want to start leaving. So that's happened. But enough harping about StarTech and my job being lost. Hopefully, pray, because I'm a very religious man. I pray to God that that I'll find a job within the next week or so, and I can just leave StarTech before this all happens. Today I went to Walmart to buy just certain things, milk, snack food, because I like snack food. I have what this thing's saying on is a thing of fruit slices. So I have candy. Some of the drink. This is the Mountain Lightning. It's the closest I can find to the original Mountain Dew. I do not like the new Mountain Dew, guys. Pepsi, seriously. It's clear. It doesn't taste right. This does. So, and the empty shelves are very... I know what's happening, and I understand people are panicking right now, and people are, but there are things that I believe are considered to be unnecessary waste of your money and what you should be stocking up on. I believe stocking up on food and cans and stuff like that, that's cool. Hand sanitizer, clean stuff to keep things clean. But toilet paper, I don't think that's a necessity in the world. A necessity would be food, water, and shelter are the basic necessities in this world. And I might make some joking videos in a few in a couple of days or in a few weeks about this whole situation, because I find a lot of it happen is very hilarious and very funny on how people are acting. It's like they're thinking this is the end of the world. It's not, guys. It's a disease. It's very infectious. I know how it's a bad thing. It's very infectious. It can kill. We're not going to go through a mass extinction. It'll take a lot more than this type of virus. It'll take something else. I get me and one of my coworkers were joking, as long as we don't have the dead rises from this virus, we're good. And I think we should take it seriously. I am taking it partially seriously. I just think how people reacting is dumb. I mean, some smart people, like the person when I went to Walmart last night to buy some simple things, bread, peanut butter, and some food. I need food stuff and paper plates and silverware, because when it comes to dishes, I'm extremely lazy. I hate doing dishes, so I usually just end up using paper bowls and plates and plastic spoons and stuff to eat, and then I throw them away. So, going there, and I saw a guy walk out, and he has cart was full of like beans and canned food. I'm thinking, now that's a guy who knows what to do. That's a guy who knows how to stock up right. But to see the empty shelves at Walmart, it's hilarious. It's not just Walmart, but everywhere. It's hilarious. I think it's kind of funny to see the empty shelves like this. And I know companies that make the toilet paper and make hand sanitizer is probably going to overload and push as much out as they can. Like I said, I'm gonna end with some good stuff here. One other thing that kind of upset me, because my grandpa's funeral is this coming up Monday, but this weekend was supposed to be community day for Pokemon Go, so my channel is gonna put another video for my channel, and then they postponed it. My plan was I had my best friend with me this weekend because of my grandfather's passing. and I was going to take her with me. I was going to give her a camera and say, "Here, film, take pictures." I was going to give her my picture camera and my camera. So here, let's film. Let's have some fun. And we might still do something like that. We still might go film out in Confluence Park here in Delta, and we still might take a lot of pictures. I know how she is. She likes taking pictures of almost everything and anything. So we might go through and just take a bunch of pictures and have a little fun, play a little Pokemon Go still. Community Day is not happening; it's being postponed. I understand why. I'm upset because it is being postponed, but on the other hand, I understand why. Just like with the NBA and baseball and hockey all shutting down like they are. I understand. We do need to nip this coronavirus in the butt. And if this is the extreme that we have to go to, guys, then let's bear with this for a while. It's a temporary situation, guys. I'm gonna say that more than one time. It's a temporary situation. It's not permanent. It's not like we're gonna end the world. I'm sorry. It's not gonna end the world. We've had worse epidemics in the world, and it's not gonna end. So all this has happened. Today was a rough day for me because when the president did put a state of emergency, it was kind of hard. But I'm gonna say here right now, this video is probably going up on Monday or something when I have internet access on my computer. But like I said, there are good things that have happened in my life. It's not all negative. There's a lot of negative things that have happened. I got a new service. I got with Sprint, which I want to say right now has been awesome. Out of the 3 companies I've actually had for my cell phones, actually I've had 4, but I'm gonna count 3. The contract ones, not the prepaid, because I had prepaid ones. Sprint has been the best. Now I have to go battle them at some point about I'm supposed to buy one get one free phone, and it's not been taken off my bill, so I have to go down there and buy it. I have to go down there and get them. But for the most part, the signal for Pokemon Go, my phone working the way it does, it's been awesome. I really enjoy the signal and what's been going on with my phone and the whole circumstance with Sprint. That was a positive thing in my life. Another positive thing in my life is I bought a new computer, but I bought a new MacBook. I did trade in my old MacBook to make the payments cheaper, but I didn't buy a new MacBook. It's an older model. It's a 2017 model. But I've already had it for 2 weeks, and oh my goodness, I've been so impressed with the boot up speed, what it can do, what I've done with it. Oh my! And it doesn't have as much memory as my Mac Mini, but once again, it's been awesome. I've been loving it. So that's a good thing. Another thing is part of my health. Even though I've had bad health issues this year with my asthma, my lungs having issues with bronchitis, one good thing has come of that. I lost some weight when I was sick. I've gained some of it back, as you might have seen. But I'm diabetic, so the one thing that most diabetics will know is their A1C. My A1C dropped below 7 this year. It was through a very aggressive diet I adopted. I know I'm drinking soda, but that's like once in a while, once a week. I went to a lot of sugar-free foods, a lot of water. Unfortunately, I'm back into caffeine again because of I am been suffering from a lot of being tired a lot, so I've been drinking caffeine to keep myself up. But a lot of stuff I drink with caffeine is sugar-free anyway, so it's good. So my A1C went up, my heart, my blood pressure is in control, so is my diabetes is under control. So that's a good thing. I am quite relatively happy with all my numbers being under control. My doctor's quite happy with me too. What are good things? One good thing about my grandfather passing away is I now can carry him with me if I want everywhere I go. My mother had purchased this for me. What's in it is actually part of my grandfather's ashes. My grandfather's ashes are actually in this keychain. I rather would have a necklace, but she got me a keychain instead. And it's a little Celtic cross, if you can see. See? That's going to be blurry, but it's a Celtic cross, got the green inside. He's in there. This thing, this loop here, closes it off, and he's in a little capsule that's inside this thing. So my grandfather can be with me everywhere I go. I'm actually probably going to hang this to my wall in my apartment. So he can always be in my apartment. Right now, he's with me right now. So my grandfather is always going to be with me. I would say that's a positive thing about the situation. Let me put it down. Sorry, guys. I did the memorial video for him. I finished it. Now, for my friends and family who watch this video, it will be on my private channel. I have a private channel on here that I've only posted one video on ever. It's under my actual name, and it's not under my Nerds or 79 or Nerds Gaming. So that will be on there for my family to see. I'm also going to place on my Facebook page for them to also see, and friends of mine who can see who've known them. But that's pretty much it. There are a lot of bad things have happened, but some good things have happened too. My health with my A1C and my heart problem was the biggest bonus. Another thing is a bonus is always to have Pokemon Go with me. I love Pokemon Go. I still play it every single day. I'm still grinding. I'm not grinding as much as I was maybe, I would say, 3 weeks ago, but I'm still grinding at it. And that's one thing I'm going to tell you guys is to, even though life has been hard, life has not done what I wanted to do, and I've been very disappointed with a lot of stuff that's happened in my life, and I've been very sad and depressed. I'm still looking at the bright side. I still got Pokemon Go. Even though I may lose my job, Pokemon Go is free. As long as I have a device I can do it on, I am going to continue to do it. The coronavirus coming and it's like causing social events to shut down like Pokemon Go. Then I'm thinking, well, we've got Fortnite, we got Overwatch, these big online gaming systems. We can all still play together, and we don't even have to be in the same room. So it's kind of a good something interesting that we could do with. And I will find a new job, and I will have more videos of what's going on. My hair is going to change color probably in the next few videos because soon after this video is done, I am going to re-dye it back to my original color. I got a shave for my grandpa's funeral, but I probably won't do that till Monday or Sunday night or Monday morning. But be good to each other. Have fun with each other. Just continue on. Some of my favorite YouTubers said, "You be you." I'm gonna say one thing else better. Just continue on being yourself and be good to each other. Encourage one another. Be happy with each other. And I'll see you later. And hopefully there'll be more videos and I'll be more cheery. And once I find a job, I will tell you who I'll be working for and if I want to and how I feel about the new job. So I will keep you guys updated with the situation with the job. If you are like me, a Christian and pray to God and stuff, I would definitely welcome your prayers. I pray for everybody in the world too. I pray for you. But I could definitely use your prayers and your support in this time of need. I would definitely appreciate it. I am going to grind and get a new job. I do not. For me, I hate being without a job. It's stupid. I don't like it. I get very bored very easily, and I need a job to keep me up and going. So please help me find a new job. I also want to say I hope that everybody I work with does find a new job. That nobody's left behind. Nobody's left in unemployment at all. I hope before this place closes down completely, everybody who is a part of it will be employed with someone else, a new company, and they get treated well. I hope that some of the people who I work with will eventually go to where I'll be working as well. They ain't just be knocking off around here. I move forward and the remote knocks down. Treat with each other with respect and dignity. Be the bigger person. and always have fun, regardless of the situation. Look at me. I'm laughing right now because things are fun. I'm still smiling. I still, when I go watch Netflix, or I got Netflix, Hulu, and Disney Plus, and when I go on there, I don't usually try to gravitate toward the depressing shows or shows that got a lot of drama and depression stuff. And I try to go for the comedies and the action and the fun stuff. I like to laugh, so I still go for the laughing stuff. Try to keep me. My music is like that too right now. I've been really trying to listen to a lot of music that makes me happy. Doesn't make me sad or anything. Just makes me happy. Like, ee. Do that. Just go after happy things. Make what makes you happy. I know this video is about getting really long and I'm about ready to cut it off, but so I like to say goodbye. Be good to each other, and I hope you all have a wonderful fun, and I'll see you again some other time. And I definitely appreciate each and every one of the people who watch this video. Goodbye.